Hello children, I am Bina Salunkhe. Welcome all of you in this English story session. Friends, we have many friends from our childhood. Friends are a backbone of our life who accompany us in our happiness as well as in our sorrows. These are the friends who helped each other in their critical situations. We might have seen, listened about the friendship between two human beings or the friendship with our pets. But the friendship between human being and ferocious animal like lion is quite unusual for us. But yes, it is true and it happened. It happened between Androcles and the lion. So today I tell you the story of Androcles and the lion and the friendship between them from our 8th standard textbook. So friends, long ago there lived a kind, gentle and courteous man called Androcles. That is, Androcles was very kind, gentle and very polite man. But he had a very cruel master. In those days, kings, nobles, and other wealthy men used poor people as their slaves. Androcles was a slave, and you know what the terrible life of a slave. The slaves were forced to work for their masters. They had to do what their masters told them. They had no freedom, no rights. Even when they were unhappy with their master, they could not leave them. They were bound by the law, that is, they were strictly forced to follow the laws of their master. However wicked he might be, however cruel he might be, but the slaves had to follow all the laws of their master. Androcles did not like his heartless, wicked master. His master starved his slaves and often whipped them. Androcles felt that even death was better than serving such a master. He kept looking out for a good opportunity. At the first chance he got, he escaped from the clutches, that is, tight hold from his cruel master. Now, although Androcles had thus run away, he was not a coward. That is, our Androcles was a very brave man. He took shelter in a forest. He was not afraid of the wild beasts that roamed in the forest. He did not mind that he had no roof over his head. He was happy that he was at least free as a bird to go wherever he wished. One day, he was wandering in the forest. He suddenly came face to face with a lion. His first reaction was to turn and run and to flee. But then he saw that the lion had not moved on seeing him. It neither growled nor roared. In fact, it looked at him piteously, that is, in a very piteous manner, as if it was in a great pain. Androcles paused. Then he moved very cautiously, that is, very carefully, towards the lion, step by step. The lion moaned and whimpered, "Please help me," its eyes seemed to say. That is, the eyes of the lion seems to be saying, "Please, man, help me. I am in trouble. I need your help." When Androcles drew near, the lion lowered its head and began to lick its paw. Then Androcles saw that the lion's paw was wounded, sore, and swollen. On a closer look, Androcles noticed that a big thorn had pierced one of the lion's toes. So, this is the cause of the lion's distress. Distress, that is a great trouble, thought Androcles. Summoning up all the courage, that is, gathering all the courage, trying to be a brave man, Androcles stretched his head slowly towards the injured paw. He was afraid that the lion would attack him if he touched its swollen paw, but the lion seemed to understand his good intention. That is the intention The purpose of the Androcles was very good. Androcles took the paw in his left hand. Deftly, he pulled out the thorn. Then, tearing a piece of his own clothing, the kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. To his surprise and wonder, the lion then licked his arm as if to show its gratitude. Androcles remained with the lion till it could walk again. He would hunt in the forest and share his food with the helpless beast. Every day he would clean and dress the lion's wound. Soon the lion was able to move about. Many times it followed Androcles wherever he went. In the meanwhile, Androcles' master had complained to the authorities that his slave Androcles had run away. Soldiers were sent in all directions to capture Androcles. They searched for him high and low everywhere but couldn't find him. But at last they came to the forest where Androcles lived. It so happened that Androcles had gone out alone that day while the lion rested near the cave. Both of them fell into the hands of the soldiers. The soldiers took them back to the city. They put Androcles in the chains in a prison. The lion was caged. In those days, people who were found to be guilty of such a serious crime were fed to wild beasts as a punishment. See, friends, what a cruel punishment was there at that time. Running away from one's master was a very serious crime at that time. Therefore, Androcles too was to be thrown to the wild beasts. On the appointed day, the emperor arrived at the circus and took his place. The crowd cheered loudly. The trumpeters blew the trumpet, and Androcles was brought into the arena. His chains were unbound. He felt weak and dismayed. That is, he felt very sad. He was certain that this was the last day of his life. At the opposite end, a gate was raised and a ferocious lion was released into the arena. It had been kept hungry to make it more ferocious. Androcles was filled with fear, but he put up a brave front. The lion saw Androcles and rushed towards him, bounding and roaring, but suddenly it stopped in its tracks. Then it moved slowly forward. All its rage seemed to have melted. What had happened? Androcles saw this too. Each friend recognized each other. To everyone's amazement, the lion bounded towards the Androcles again. But when it reached him, it began to purr and rub its nose against him. Androcles hugged the lion. He wept with relief and joy. What a scene! The two friends meet each other in this arena. The audience, including the emperor, watched this tender sight in a great wonder. People began to cheer Androcles and asked for his release. The emperor asked Androcles to explain the lion's strange behavior. When he heard the whole story, the emperor was also moved by. That is, he also had strong feelings by the gratitude and friendship between the man and the beast. He ordered that Androcles should be set free. He would no longer be a slave. When the emperor asked Androcles what other reward he would like, Androcles replied that he did not want anything for himself, but he wanted the lion to be set free too. The two friends went back to the forest to live a free life. That is, the Androcles and the lion. These two friends went in the forest to live a happy, free life. So, friends, I hope you all like and understand the story of Androcles and the lion. From this story, we learn that animals also have feelings like human beings. So, we should approach towards animals and make them our best friends. Thank you very much.